Well, darling, what an extraordinary turn of events. Here we are, not even properly into winter, and the world outside has been utterly transformed. Storm Berta, a rather boisterous and uninvited guest, has swept across our green and pleasant land. She arrived not with a gentle whisper, but with a theatrical roar, bringing with her an astonishing amount of rain. For days the skies wept, and the rivers, usually so placid and well-behaved, began to swell with a worrying intensity. It felt as though the whole of Britain was holding its breath, watching the water levels rise with a mixture of awe and trepidation. It was a rather dramatic overture, wasn't it? The news was filled with images of flooding, a familiar yet always heart-wrenching sight, across various parts of the country. But then, just as we thought Berta had shown us all her tricks, she delivered her pièce de résistance. The relentless rain, in the dead of night, began to change its tune. It softened, quietened, and then, as if by magic, transformed into snow. Not a light, hesitant dusting, mind you, but a thick, determined downfall. It was a truly surprising twist in the weather's tale, a snowy surprise delivered far earlier in the season than anyone had dared to expect. The world fell silent under its spell. Waking up this morning was like stepping into another realm entirely. The familiar greens and browns of the Cotswold landscape had vanished, replaced by a brilliant, uninterrupted expanse of pure white. The sheer quantity of it was breathtaking. It clung to every branch, every roof, and every blade of grass, muffling all sound and creating a profound sense of peace. The air itself felt different, crisp, clean, and filled with that unique, almost metallic scent that only fresh snow brings. It was a proper, old-fashioned blanketing, the kind you read about in storybooks, making everything feel new and utterly magical. This sudden plunge into winter brought an immediate halt to the usual rhythm of life. The Met Office had warned us, of course, but seeing it for oneself is always a different matter. The early morning hustle and bustle simply evaporated. Roads that would normally be humming with the sound of cars were now quiet, their surfaces hidden beneath a treacherous layer of white. The storm had not just changed the scenery, it had pressed a giant pause button on our daily routines, forcing us to stop, look, and reconsider our plans. It was a powerful reminder of nature's ability to command our attention. There is simply nothing quite like the Cotswolds under a fresh fall of snow. This ancient landscape, with its honey-colored stone, takes on an even more enchanting quality. The charming cottages, with their steeply pitched roofs, look as though they have been generously iced like Christmas cakes. In historic towns like Chipping-Campden, the scene is utterly sublime. The old market hall, a testament to centuries of commerce and community, stands proudly amidst the flurry, its time-worn stones providing a warm contrast to the stark white snow. It's a picture of quintessential Englishness, preserved in a moment of wintry perfection. One can't help but marvel at the details that the snow so beautifully highlights. In the village of Honington, with its lovely collection of historic houses, the climbing plants that cling to the walls become intricate black etchings against a white canvas. Even a simple Victorian lamppost, a handsome relic from a bygone era, is transformed into a piece of sculpture, its ironwork elegantly adorned with a cap of snow. These are the little things, the details that might otherwise go unnoticed, but are now brought into sharp focus by the winter's artistry. It's a joy to simply wander and observe. Of course, the news that every child had been hoping for soon spread like wildfire. Schools were closed. A collective cheer must have echoed across the hills. It wasn't long before the silent, pristine landscape was filled with the sounds of pure, unadulterated joy. Children, wrapped up in colorful hats and scarves, poured out of their homes, their laughter ringing through the crisp air. They built snowmen with pebble eyes and carrot noses, engaged in spirited snowball fights, and slid down gentle slopes on makeshift sledges. It was a scene of delightful chaos, a wonderful and spontaneous celebration of the unexpected holiday. This spontaneous joy is what makes such a day so special. It's a break from the norm, a chance for families to connect and for communities to share in a simple pleasure. The snow acts as a great leveler, turning parks and gardens into communal playgrounds for everyone. Parents, perhaps reluctantly at first, are soon coaxed into joining the fun, their own childhood memories of snowy days rekindled. It's a heartwarming spectacle, a reminder that sometimes the most memorable moments are the ones that are entirely unplanned, delivered by a storm named Berta. While the snow brings beauty and joy, it also presents its own set of challenges, as anyone who has tried to navigate an icy pavement will know. Walking becomes a careful, deliberate act. Every step is a negotiation with the slippery surface beneath, a delicate balance to avoid an undignified tumble. The usually simple task of popping to the shops or visiting a neighbor turns into a minor expedition requiring sturdy boots and a good deal of concentration. The world slows down not just out of choice, but out of absolute necessity, as we all learn to move with a newfound caution and respect for the ice. It's not just us humans who find the going tough. For the local wildlife, a sudden, deep snowfall can be a genuine struggle. The sheep, those woolly stalwarts of the Cotswold Hills, huddle together for warmth, their thick fleeces dusted with white. They patiently paw at the snow, searching for the grass that lies buried beneath. It's a tough time for them and for the farmers who must ensure they have enough feed to see them through. One feels a sense of sympathy for these hardy creatures, enduring the cold with a quiet resilience that is truly remarkable. The birds, too, must adapt. The usual foraging grounds are hidden, and the world has become a much harder place to find a meal. You see them, little flashes of colour against the white, seeking shelter in the eaves of cottages or in the dense branches of evergreen trees. Robins, with their impossibly bright red chests, seem to appear everywhere, their bold presence a welcome sight. Many kind souls, myself included, make a point of putting out extra food, seeds and fat balls to help our feathered friends through this lean period. It's a small gesture, but one that feels important. In this quiet, frozen world, nature's drama unfolds in subtle ways. A fox's tracks might be seen cutting a neat line across a pristine field, a secret journey revealed by the snow. A flurry of activity around a bird feeder tells a story of survival and competition. These small vignettes are all part of the rich tapestry of country life, even on a day when it feels as though everything has ground to a halt. The challenges are real, but they are met with a stoicism and a spirit of mutual support that is one of the great strengths of countryside communities. And then, darling, there is Broadway. Often called the jewel of the Cotswolds, it is a village that manages to look impossibly beautiful in any season, but in the snow it is simply breathtaking. The wide, elegant high street, lined with its magnificent horse-chestnut trees, is a vision in white. The branches, heavy with snow, form a natural archway over the road, creating a scene straight from a Christmas card. The famous independent shops and cozy cafes look more inviting than ever, their windows glowing with a warm, welcoming light that beckons you in from the cold. What's wonderful about Broadway is that even on a day like this, it feels connected. Despite the challenges of travel, you can still reach it by public transport, which is a marvelous thing. The village was already dressed in its festive finery, and the unexpected snowfall has only added to the magic. Christmas lights, strung between the honey-coloured buildings, twinkle merrily, their colours reflected on the snowy ground below. It's a truly festive atmosphere, a perfect blend of natural beauty and human celebration, making you feel as though you've stepped into a Yuletide dream. Despite the picture-perfect scenery, the practicalities of the day are never far away. A gritting lorry might rumble slowly down the high street, its crew working hard to make the road safe. People wrapped in their warmest coats exchange pleasantries, their breath misting in the frosty air. It's a snapshot of life carrying on, a community adapting to the conditions with good humor and a practical spirit. The beauty is there for all to admire, but the rhythm of daily life, albeit at a slower pace, continues to beat. It's this combination of the picturesque and the practical that gives the place its unique and enduring character. After a bracing walk, taking in all the glorious sights and sounds, there is no greater pleasure than retreating indoors. Finding a seat by the window in a warm cafe, cupping a large mug of hot coffee, and watching the snowflakes continue to drift down outside is a moment of pure bliss. The world is hushed, beautiful, and slightly chaotic all at once. From this cozy vantage point, one can appreciate the full splendor of Stormberta's snowy surprise, feeling wonderfully snug and grateful for the simple comfort of warmth and a good brew. It's the perfect end to an unexpectedly magical